Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Americans are getting ready to travel for the Memorial Day holiday. A record number of Americans on the roads and in the air, and these new storms could be a real problem. Here in New York City, the storm that swept through today, knocking down trees and power lines. At this hour, nearly 30 million Americans from Texas all the way north under threats for possible tornadoes, dangerous winds, large hail, that system then moving its way east. All of this as the National Weather Service tonight now confirming multiple tornadoes this week touching down in Iowa, including that Carbon, Iowa tornado we showed you right here, lifting up pieces of homes. It was an EF3. And then late today, the tornado leveling Greenfield, Iowa, these images right here, now upgraded to an EF4, winds up to 185 miles per hour. Those dangerous thunderstorms rolling across the New York City area today, damaging homes, trees, knocking out power tonight to thousands in the tri-state area. And then tomorrow, storms firing up from Dallas to Chicago, of course, some key travel hubs, and then moving into the Northeast through Memorial Day. Ginger Z is here with the forecast, and ABC's Trevor Ault leading us off at LaGuardia Airport tonight.
Tonight, extreme weather threatening to upend Memorial Day weekend plans for a record number of families hitting the roads and skies. Powerful storms slamming New York City this morning, 60-mile-an-hour winds taking down trees and power lines in the suburbs.
It went from 0 to 60. There was just, it sounded like a freight train, wind, rain pouring down, and power went out.
Severe thunderstorms have led to a ground stoppage here at LaGuardia and several other airports around New York. That's going to impact all these people who are taking off, plus all the planes that are flying in. And this is a big enough hub that's going to have a ripple effect nationwide.
The FAA says this is the busiest Memorial Day for air travel in nearly 15 years, with today being the busiest day of the entire stretch. More than 53,000 flights expected to take off. The FAA telling GMA it's all hands on deck for their 45,000 employees.
We're not anticipating delays from staffing.
All right. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. Great glory to the Mighty One. And today is Noga, May the 24th, 2024, and it's currently 3:44, 144. Great glory, great glory. Beloved, we got Michael Whitaker here, the FAA administrator. This is the guy, Michael is the guy that's seeing over all those flights and airplane stuff. You never see him coming out there and say, well, the reason why all those airplanes are falling off the skies and things like that is because, well, the ley line or the Michael line. Nope. This fellow would just sit there and then try to tell you some stuff and things. But anyway, so we have a few of the tabs open in the videos on YouTube that we are going to go into to prove to our people, the newcomers, of course, that they need to be at peace. This is not Jacob's trouble, indeed. This is Esau's trouble. When we talk about Esau's trouble, we not mainly mean so-called white people only. No, it's all 83. They're everybody that cooperate with them, they're conglomerate, that gang up with them against us, they are going to pay. Like that, everyone that troubled Jacob, they are in trouble now. Okay, this is not being done by the elites or the government or China is doing this. This is the Mighty One doing this. Do not let those people come with this garbage and try to tell you, well, everything else is controlled by the elite. The elites are doing this thing become a running joke, man. The elite is doing. No, they are not. They are not doing this. They can't do that. They do not have this type of power. Even if they had it, they wouldn't use it on themselves. Even if they had it, they wouldn't use it on their voting base. When you look at Iowa, Texas, Temple, Texas, of course, two Dakotas, like South and North Dakotas. And I believe it's snowing in North Dakota right now. Is that what that is? Let's double check. We have a brother over there. He put a comment today. North Dakota, Williston weather. Okay, is it? You know what? Let's check Fargo. Turn off no. North Dakota, Fargo weather today.
It's 59 degrees and cloudy in Fargo.
Okay.
There is currently a flood warning in effect.
Okay, there it's 59, man, in May. It's like, yo, it's 59 degrees in North Dakota. There's a flood warning. Is it raining? It seems like it's raining. It's wait, hang on. Today is Noga, right? Friday. Seems is that? I'm very confused here, but anyway. And it's going to drop in the 40s, man, 42, and then rise to 50s. Wow, it's very cold over there. Oh boy. Well, all right, let's keep on moving then. So now you are seeing the weather is behaving strangely, of course, for the people that been there with us for a while. We do know that the Holy One is in the midst. This is the work of the angels. That has nothing to do with men. Men do not have the power to do anything with the weather. A couple of years ago, people were outraged or in uproar about Mr. Gates. Billy Goat the Gates was going to block the sun. With what power? With what technology? With what will? With what permission? With what authorization? Look, so-called elites of the Gentiles, don't get me wrong, they got certain technology. They got certain low stuff that they backwardly engineered from our people. But whatever is happening right now, you won't be able to fight the Most High God Almighty. Just like the Egyptian couldn't, the Babylonian couldn't, none of them couldn't. This is not something that is up to debate. This is not something that you can come with your gun. You say, well, I am here on the side, and then we're going to fight the glory of the Holy One. Oh, hell no. Oh, well, we got Space Angel. What they call this thing again? Space Guardian. No, you're not. You guys going to destroy each other. You're going to dislodge each other's jaw. That's how the Most High is going to beat you. You do not have the honor to fight the army of the Holy One. You'll be slaughtered though, but you won't be able to fight. You do not have the technology nor the will. You do not have the weapon to do none of that. You like to glorify yourself in your movies, you know, having Will Smith punching that alien, welcome to Earth, and all this stuff. You have the illusion, the delusion of grandeur of showing yourself in your movies, always winning against alien or whatever it is. Whatever species that invaded the earth, you always beat them for some reason because you're so superior. Well, that's not what that is. Now, beloved, we are going to go to those tabs of videos, of course, showing to you this is indeed Resource Trouble. We got Mr. Michael Whitaker here from the FAA, the Flight Administration Program or whatever. Those are the guys that regulated the airplane flights and things like that. But well, let's keep on moving.
But the weather is out of our control.
And the weather has been at
course.
times out of control.
Course.
Overnight, an EF2 tornado with 120-mile-an-hour winds tearing through Temple, Texas, north of Austin, and in Greenfield, Iowa, where we now know the tornado that killed 4 people and injured dozens.
So this is what's going on. They do not actually know what caused those weather, what caused those damages. They said it's tornado, but this is well, they classify this thing as an EF3. What the hell is an EF3? EF3 did this? Good grief. Then I don't want to see an EF4, an EF5. Now, again, beloved, like we talk about in our prayer, those tornadoes are sentient. Let us define the word sentient to put more clarity into the phrase. Define the word sentient. Right.
According to vocabulary.com, someone sentient is able to feel things or sense them. Sentient usually occurs in phrases like sentient beings and sentient creatures, making it clear that things that don't have life don't have feelings.
So, those things are alive. They are conscious. They are well programmed. They are targeted. It's not like, again, some stuff that happen randomly. No, it's targeting specific communities, specific demography. Well, this is Greenfield, Iowa. Is that what that is? Let's see if we can go to census.org or .gov. Nikes. What is that? Let's go to census.gov. Boy, data and maps. Okay, let's see if you all data resources. Let's see what's going on here. No, you know what, the 2024 census, let's see what that is. Let's see if we can get there. No, I don't want to sign up with this thing. And stop offering me cookies, man. Oh boy. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back there. Let's see data map. Let's see. You know what? Let's type Greenville. Was it Greenfield? I don't think it was Greenfield. There's a green in it. Let's double check.
And an EF2 tornado with 120-mile-an-hour winds tearing through Temple, Texas, north of Austin, and in Greenfield, Iowa, where we now...
Greenfield, not Greenfield. Greenfield, Iowa. Whoops. Greenfield. There we go. We got it here. Greenfield, Iowa. Let's see what we have here. Uh-oh. Greenfield has a population of 2,062 people. There you go. Right. Why they put it all the way right here? It could have been right there, but anyway. The median household income is 50 G's. Bachelor, I don't care about that. Employment rate. Hispanic or Latino in any race, 49%. Is that how they do it? What the hell? There's no information about this. Where is what is that? Hispanic or Latino in any other race? What? There we go. There is no. This is census.gov. Hi. Greenfield, Iowa demographic. There we go. That's better. There you go. Now you got like census.gov. Okay. We know we'll stay there. We just want this thing to say it. But the race and ethnicity, let's leave it here. All right. American Indian Native 3, 19, Asian 10, Black African American 11, 46 what? Hispanic 51, white 2000. Okay, well this thing, there's 2089 whites. Thank you census. You do a good job. All right. 100% residents. They are hiding stuff here. Oh boy. Gender, 42% were male, 53% whatever. Boy, but okay. Black African. ethnics were black or African American, non-Hispanic, and two other, well, whatever. So, all people are not here, but nonetheless, you can see the damage here. Look at how the tornado draw the straight line and destroy this place.
Now know the tornado that killed 4 people and injured dozens was an EF4 with winds up to 185 miles an hour. They're now racing to clean up those obliterated neighborhoods with more severe weather bearing down again tonight.
And David, the TSA says it's already been so busy this month. They've had 4 days that rank in their top 10 busiest days ever. And this Memorial Day weekend is supposed to kickstart what could be the busiest summer travel season ever. Of course, as we have seen today, the weather is going to be a major factor. David?
We can see it in the skyline right behind.
Now, those people are acting as if everything is okay. They are acting as if everything all right. Make no mistake, beloved. They do know this is happening because of what they've done to us. They do know this is happening because our God is doing it. We are doing it to our fasting, praying. We are doing it to our high vibration, our meditation. We are doing it to our studies. If we indeed stop doing all those things, the weather going to stop. Everything going to go back to normal. If we say, hey, well, somebody upload a video, say we wrong, and he is white, so we need to go back to the church and go back to the 2/3 gang life, and things going to go back to normal. But I think we both know this isn't going to happen. So they are acting like, well, this is a once in a lifetime event. Once every 100 years. Now you don't hear this garbage anymore. They are seeing it every day. And when the tornadoes stop, that is if, the wildfire will begin. And when the wildfire stop, the heat stroke will begin. And when the heat stroke stop, the drop dead will begin, because the sun is cleansing this earth. And when all of that stop, the snow, the increase of snow will begin. When that all stop, it will just loop right back again with the tornado and the floods and the locusts and the plagues. These people haven't seen nothing yet. To them, a lot of them, this is kind of some kind of prelude to the rapture. A hell of a lot of them still hold on to the lies. They know it's a lie, but they love that lie. They hold on to this lie. This lie made them. This lie is their life. This lie is them. They love the rapture doctrine. Of course, beloved, we know this isn't going to happen. Not in any way, any shape of hell, those people are going to raptured by our Father because they did such a good job. Let's move to the next. How long we are into this? Good grief. You know what? Let me go ahead and put the book here. I forgot. Let's put the book here. For those of you that are interested in having the book, let me see. You can go ahead and you can go to any of our videos and look in the description right here, and you can click this link, and you will have it right here, and you will have the book. You can pre-order it. It will be published, the physical and the digital copy will be published on June the 25th, 2024, which is 31 days from now. Okay, so go ahead, order your copy. You can click the link in the description. Any of our videos that are recently being uploaded. The book is the digital copy is over 435 pages, and the actual copy, the physical copy is over, I believe, the same, somewhere around 412 pages, but it's over 400 years. So, all right, beloved, let's keep moving to the next video. All right, this is an AF2. That's how they're rating their tornadoes. Okay, and Temple, Texas.
It's been a busy night. We have continuing coverage of Wednesday night's devastating tornado in Temple. Take a look at this video recorded from a Tesla cam.
Look at
showing
this.
those powerful 120-mile-an-hour winds from an EF2 tornado. It left a path of destruction with multiple homes, buildings, and cars damaged. Take a look at that. Governor Greg Abbott says in a press release President Joe Biden amended a disaster declaration for Texas since it has been hit by severe weather since late April. CBS Austin's Abigail Velez is live in Temple tonight after speaking to a family who looked that EF2 tornado in the eyes. Abigail, before you tell us what that family went through, you're in the thick of the damage in Temple. Show us around. What does it look like out there?
Well, just yesterday morning, this was a perfectly, completely normal daycare in great condition, and now it's just complete wreckage. You can see I'm actually standing in the thick of it, and right in front of me are these play toys. You can see this administrative cabinet just right in front of me that belonged in.
Again, beloved, like we talk on a prayer, a lot of people are going over there and loot this place. They won't show it because the majority of this population is 99% 83, so they will not show those guys that come over there and loot this hash, man. They won't show you those people loading up their truck. They're like, I don't give up. They are going. Okay, let's keep on moving.
Inside of an office. It's now in the driveway of this daycare center. You can see that there's wood here, there's trees on the side, and this wreckage just goes all the way as far as you can see. It's dark outside, and let me tell you why. Power lines are down throughout the city. You see power crews working so they can repair these power lines. But I spoke to some of them and they say they don't know when they'll be able to repair it. That's how extensive the damage is. Earlier today, I was standing right by a power line that was literally at my feet. And you know that these go feet high. I walked and I drove
this is a matter of seconds right
where
there.
It's very obviously torn through by damage. And this was an EF tornado with winds up to 120 miles per hour. So that can explain the type of damage that we're seeing. We're seeing roofs on the floor. We're seeing busted windows, not just in homes, but cars too. At one point, Walt, I saw a car completely flipped over. And these are people's homes. Some people have lived here upwards of 20 years. All of that history, those memories, it's all really gone. They tell me that they're trying to repair anything that they can, but right now, like you said, well, it's just absolutely devastating. I was really feeling with these people and having these conversations, and they're telling me they don't know when they'll be able to get back on their feet.
Well,
Abigail, that Tesla video is terrifying.
Okay, let me say something here. Based on proper calculation or based on the economist calculation, it will take each of them 20 years for them to get back to normal. Okay, it would be until 2044 that those people should be able to feel normal. That's how long it's going to take them. Now, that is if they have 2020, 2044. See, you're not in your blessing anymore. You don't just do these things and then things like that don't just happen and you just come up with your money, oh, we will rebuild and stuff like that, and then 2044 you back on the track. See, if this thing did happen in 2004, by now 2024 you would have been back on your feet and it would have happened again. But you are not in your blessing. The blessing is everything, beloved, okay? It's everything. It's everything that those people had. It's everything that they knew. But they used this blessing 100% to hurt us. They did not take care of the greatest advantage of this blessing, to provide for us so we can provide them with wisdom. No, they used this blessing to destroy us and to take our land because they thought our God abandoned us, because that's what the priest of Mahan told them. It is just now, 2020, the so-called elite realize that the priest of Mahan lied to them. They really thought they were going to take over again. Their blessing was going to be renewed. They realized they did thought that, but now, they are panicking. A hell of a lot of those guys are moving to Florida, to the billionaire island. Why? I thought Florida was going to be underwater. What's going on in Florida? Who's down there that you guys trying to get close to? But anyway, let's keep on moving.
Now, did you talk to people? It's one thing when you go into an interior room of your house, you get covered up and you just pray and hope that tornado passes over you and you're safe. But I can't imagine facing that in a vehicle or trying to dodge it or outrun it. Now, you talked to some people who face that.
Walt, I spoke to Gabriel S. Garcia and his son-in-law Nicholas. They tell me they were driving home as usual yesterday night when they looked in the rearview mirror and they were dead in the face looking at this tornado. Now, they weren't aware that it was a tornado because, of course, it looked like just a pile of debris. It looked like high winds. But when they were able to distance themselves enough, they knew that it was a tornado and they were in the path of danger. So they tell me they had to run up a curb, get to the most closest shelter that they could find because they were really scared for their lives. They had their children in their car. It was a really scary scene, but I'm glad to say they're safe tonight, and they tell me that they're just grateful to God.
Terrifying moments as a tornado touches down in Temple Wednesday night. Evelyn Perez and her neighbors now assessing the damage.
It was pretty scary because we heard things outside hitting the door.
My assistant was the one that Dylan said, "Hey, we're going now." Seconds after we closed the doors, when we knew everything was breaking loose.
The tornado left behind a path of destruction, from power lines on cars to children's games on the ground from a child care center. This is the door 8 Domino's workers exited from after sheltering in place. Heath Barr is the store's general manager. His immediate thought, how did we even make it?
There's 2x4s and 2x6s sticking out the side of the building. Half of it's gone.
Look at this, man. Okay, this thing. Look, if you get hit by one of those things, remember your body is no harder than the wall. You get hit by one of those things in the chest, in the belly, in the back of your head, in the front of your your head. You might survive because it's probably it's the hardest part of the body. But you get hit like that in your temple. If you live in Temple, Texas, Bazing, you get hit with one of those things and that's it, man.
My so many 1,000-pound oven from one side of the store to the other.
Temple Mayor Tim Davis says the damage is extensive.
This was a very strong and devastating tornado. There are many people that lost property, many people that lost homes. There were few injured.
First responders have been kept busy responding to a high volume of emergency calls.
And we're blessed to have the professionalism that we have here in Temple. Our folks were prepared.
And we will continue to have additional staff on duty until it is no longer needed.
We did very well here compared to everybody else.
Hicks says he's fortunate to come out of Wednesday night storms with minor damage.
Damage here, the tree, and then quite a bit of deforestation up from the leaves dropping down and branches dropping down, but all of the big trees survived. So we lucked out there.
Across town, crews are working to remove tree branches from power lines, while neighbors remove branches and other debris from their yards.
We had a lot of tree damage, a lot of debris, limbs breaking, some trees falling, uprooting.
Belton Police Chief Larry Berg says damage has also been reported to power poles and power lines.
That guy name is Larry Bird. All right, well, anyway, the police officer, but yeah.
Causing power outages. High school graduation ceremonies with Belton ISD were canceled today because of those ongoing outages.
A lot of Belton did lose power and is still under the loss of power. That we're working with Encore to get that restored. So we're just hoping for a rapid response so that we can get back to the recovery efforts with power on.
Berg says the city is thankful no injuries have been reported from last night's storms.
We were really blessed with the fact that it was more property damage and more power damage than anything.
Mel Hicks is also grateful the damage here in Belton is minor compared to what happened just 7 miles away in Temple after a tornado swept through the area.
Very, very blessed to have that happen and not have the damage that they've had.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and get the latest news by downloading the CBS Austin News app.
Ha! Woo! Whatever, man. Larry Bird and all this nonsense. Come on. Anyway, let's keep on moving below. Let's get more of those tornadoes. Okay, this is Greenfield, Iowa. Well, this is Associated Press. They don't do anything. They don't talk in their stuff, barely. They don't give stuff. I really like the way they do stuff. They don't give their opinion, but let's listen. Let's watch. Okay, look at this.
3 tornadoes left a path of destruction across Iowa on Tuesday, with one EF4 tornado striking the small town of Greenfield. 4 people in Greenfield were killed when the tornado cut a mile-long path through the city in just 1 minute.
And I knew something bad happened, you know, because I felt it in my guts.
Yeah.
And then I ran out, and we found my neighbor across the street. His house was totally gone. His little kids were there with him. We got him out, and the little kids were good. He had a broken leg. And then we went next door, and we found some other people. Then my next door neighbor was covered up with walls and stuff, and we got him out. But that's the day. And that was like 40 seconds that's changed my life.
This is
Yeah,
the
40
neighbor's house.
seconds. 40 seconds. It doesn't take that much, beloved. See, when the destruction is coming upon those people, they think it's going to be like some form of Jacob's trouble, like we went 400 years like this, and then they will be able to strengthen themselves and stuff. Nah, man. In an hour, the entire system, 1 hour, the city, the Babylonian system worldwide is going to fail. And people are like, oh, well, Big Levi, you know, Babylon is America, you know, let's leave America and go on to Africa. Oh, Ghana, 2018, the year of return. And a lot of our people went over there in Africa and they got scammed. A hell of a lot. The one that gets scammed, they got lucky. Some of them, they did not return. They don't know what happened to them. And all those people that are online tell our people, oh, well, you know, I did tell you to go to Africa. I did tell you Babylon is America and everything. Nah, but the Babylonian system is worldwide. It's everywhere. Whether you go to Africa, or France, Europe, Oceania, Australia, the Caribbean, it's everywhere. You can't get out of it unless the Holy One take you out of it. And the only way to get out of it is mentally. Because physically, we're still here. We still buy their food. We still use their money. We still walk around, see them, act like they are in charge, you know, big and bad and stuff like that. But, you know, those people need to be held accountable. You need to go ahead and call them and say, hey, man, you are part of the reason why our people are being killed over there and missing, because you fed them misinformation. All right, in 1 hour, the whole system will fail. Now, look at this, beloved, okay? Let me enlarge the screen so that people can see. This is no joke, man. I mean, imagine you walk years, you know, of owning a house and things like that, and then in a fraction of it's not even a minute, this thing is all gone, okay? Let's watch.
Top bar on the side here, on top of my pickup, and we couldn't get out. There was a window there that was all broke out. And there was a bunch of stuff falling down on the steps, but we were able to climb over it, and we were able to get a door open and came through the house. And then we couldn't get out the front doors, but some people were here right away. And I think it's hitting us today, but I don't know if it's this or if it's seeing how much help is in our town.
Now, look at those people, places. Now, take a look at them. You see how this tornado is literally targeted the rural area or the off-grid area. You know, for the people that live in the desert, they're like, oh, well, I'm in the desert, so, you know, when the missile launch, I'll survive this. Okay, well, yes. When the tornado launch too, you'll survive it. Yeah, just like those people survive it. A lot of folks are like, well, oh, I'm alive. I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. Yeah, the Holy One wants you to stay alive. He wants you to suffer. He wants you to watch how he's destroying everything you ever love and hold dear to your heart. And then when you look at the hood, nothing's going on. The same, the whole tease is the same old, the typical two-third gang shooting each other and destroying each other. This is not news. This is not something Big Levi, you have to understand. They're shooting in the hood. Yeah. Just like there's water under the earth. Yeah, that's like when you go to your shower, you turn it on and water come out. Nah, things like that are new to those people, okay? All right, because they are indeed being targeted.
We went over to the Catholic Church this morning and we both started crying because it's just amazing.
She's disabled and
okay, look at this.
Couldn't go to a basement to take cover. So we're fortunate that she's okay. But she was trapped for a while. It was a scary situation, but the main thing is she is okay. house can be replaced, you know.
No.
My family members are,
look,
you know.
Okay, look, listen. 83 do not care about people. They do not care about life. They care about the materialistic thing or the materials thing. When you look at those people talking and then like crying like, oh, I lost everything, or those things can be replaced, that's not for somebody that like, I mean, I'm grateful I'm alive. If the person was alive and the house destroyed, escaped death, you would see the joy in their face like, man, yo, I'm lucky I'm alive. I thought I was going to die. Or what about your house? Hey man, F the house, son. I'm alive. Yo, you don't know what that was. A house? I can buy another one. I can build another one. Hell, I can steal another one. Okay, but life, you cannot buy, sell one, nor steal one. So, you know, I'm alive, man. I'm glad. Woo! I'm good. But not those people. They like, the sorrow is in the midst of this. The sorrow is sunken. The sorrow is permeated in them. When you look at their face, you do not see the pride that you used to see before. You do not see the light that you were, if they ever had light in their eyes. All you see is bland look. All you see is sorrow. All you see is despair, hopelessness, and shame and great reproach. That's what you see. Okay, let's keep on moving.
House can be replaced, you know. My family members are okay. My brother and sister got hit too, straight path of it. But they're all okay too, and you know, that's the main thing.
Okay, look at the damage. You know, what the hell are you gonna do with this, man? What are you going to try to get here? You know? What are you trying to get here? Okay, let me see the next FEMA. Yeah, here we go. Let's take FEMA. Because our people, the camp, they love FEMA. Let's watch FEMA here.
Hopelessness, helplessness.
I was just talking about that.
Shock, they're
despair.
Stunned, but they are continuing to work through this. Governor Reynolds was back in Greenfield today. She toured this community with the Federal Emergency Management Agency, working to secure federal funding for disaster relief.
FEMA.
KCCI's Bo Bowman was part of that tour. And Bo, they talked with some of the folks who were here cleaning up and evaluating what's left of their property.
Yeah, Stacey, it's funding that the people here in Greenfield desperately need. That's the message Governor Reynolds was trying to convey to the FEMA reps here in Greenfield today as they walked through what the tornado left behind.
I had neighbor stuff from 2 houses away in my basement. Something knocked me out, which I'm thinking that's grateful.
Yeah.
Because I was loose.
Yeah, relax.
Governor Kim Reynolds surveyed the damage in Greenfield Thursday with FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell.
Now, let me keep it this way. Beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, this image that you're seeing here, those folks are, quote unquote, FEMA representative or FEMA employee, whatever we want to call them, if you will. According to the camps, according to certain people online, according to certain folks that we did refer to them as brethren and sistren, the so-called FEMA was going to be in the hood, rounding up, round about our people and put them in concentration camp. And what do you see here? Are those our people? Are those the folks that are going through Jacob trouble? Is this the hood? Is this the project? Is this the ghetto? I want to know and understand, why is FEMA is over there but not in the hood? Why are they here touring and make some form of evaluation to see how much the damage and how much things going to cost and how much all those things is, so they can give a check or things like that? But why aren't they in the hood? Of course, it seems like there's a gentleman right here that just like a soldier. Is he one of those National Guard? Let's see.
Well, speaking with the victims that will be cleaning up for
Let's watch this.
I was loose. Yeah, relax.
Governor Kim
Okay.
Reynolds
All right, he's one of those soldiers. Okay, let's see.
surveyed the damage in
There you go.
Greenfield Thursday with FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell.
Okay, he's one of those National Guard. Remember how they came like, well, the National Guard, the UN, they're gonna come. They're gonna come for us. They're gonna take the men of my camp, and all you women that wanna be part of our camp, you're going to be raped. You're going to be raped again. It's all ripped with those guys. Like, man, dude, if you are into the ripping fantasy things, there are plenty of that thing online. Just like some dudes are into the step filth. And a hell of a lot of this dude are into that cowboy riding another mean mechanical bull. Yeah! You know, a lot of those dudes are into this hate. That's why they hated women. Oh, they want the black women going to get ripped, man. The black women are ripped. You know, I can't wait for you women to get ripped. That's all you hear. But no, you see the National Guard and females over there. What they are doing over there? Are they rounding up all people? All people over there. What seems to be the problem here? Nope. They are here to assist those people. Why? Because they are busy. If they are here doing this, what time do they have to go over there in the hood and try to round it up our people? How long is that thing even recording right here? We are 42 minutes into this thing. All right, let's share a little bit of this. This is the AK Family Handbook. How to do a spiritual background check. Connect with your guardian angel and develop your magical abilities. Of course, the book, you can pre-order it. The link is in the description. Or you can go to Amazon and type Big Levi 8K book or Big Levi book. It will pop up. Excuse me. It's $9.99 for the digital copy. The physical copy will be out on June 25th, 2024. It's going to be 65 flowers, 65 bucks. You have 30 days to come up with this money. That is if you want to purchase this book. It's over 435 pages. Over 400 pages, excuse me. And once you get this, you will be able to do your own spiritual background check. We'll go use your guardian angel, how to contact it, and things like that. And what can you do? What are your capabilities? What is your superpowers? What can you work on? Okay, that's how we move. That is if you wish to be a part of the AK. This is a handbook for the AK. That's what it's called, the AK Family Handbook. That is the first edition. We have more to come. Please, if you want one, you can pre-order it. The money going to get out of your account until June the 25th. If you do buy a digital copy, we highly recommend you get a physical one because you're going to need it. Selah, so be it. All right, then, let's keep on moving.
Speaking with the victims that will be cleaning up for days, if not weeks, to come. Reynolds applied for an expedited major disaster proclamation, hoping to secure federal funding for the victims as quickly as possible.
Talking to the few people that we talked to and hearing their stories of survival, and just by the grace of God, they were able to survive the storm.
I don't know what it is now. What is it with you 83 now? Whenever you people are in trouble or something somewhat terrible or horrible happen, you guys like, oh well, by the grace of God and stuff. But when you guys want your blessing, when it comes to the prosperity gospel, it was all me. It was all me. Like, I work hard for this, and then I had this money because laziness don't pay. You gotta work for it. When it was the prosperity gospel garbage, You were all over talking about puffed up your chest. I did this, I did this. Now, by the grace of God, those people are alive. Let's keep on moving.
Over their home.
Reynolds also shared 153 homes in Adair County were destroyed by the storm, most of them in Greenfield. A representative from the National Weather Service says it only took about a minute for the tornado to rip through the town.
Overall, it's been a terrific response.
As the people of Greenfield continue to help clean up their friends' and families' homes, Willard Olson remembers the 4 lives lost, 2 of them friends.
They're both people that when the bell rang, they always showed up.
And apparently when that bell rang for the tornado, they were no show. See, 83 right now are going to this thing and they don't know how to act, they don't know how to react. Of course, they are going to bring all positive. They try to keep themselves in high vibration. Well, the paradox is you folks are incapable of doing such things. You cannot vibrate that high. Well, you know, we are coming together. This when you ring the bell, they show up. And the community come. You're a tight-knit community. No, you're not. You have nowhere to go, man. This is why this is for our people experiencing homelessness. This is what it is when you folks came here and you swagger jack our land during the New World Order in 1492. You come in Haiti. You try to enter the Atlantean Temple. Of course, Haiti is Atlantis, part of it. And we did not, well, you could not enter. So, you know, Christopher Columbus, the first Hitler, we could be considering the first Hitler, start wailing on our people. He wasn't a nice guy. He was a very terrible, cruel man. Start wailing on our people, you know, kill them, steal their gold, and they want access to our information, and they did not get access to the Holy Temple. When Christopher Columbus stepped in Mall Saint Nicolas, which is the first place that he touched in Haiti, it wasn't that because he was lost. He knew exactly where he was going. He had guides, he had people, he had map, he had permission. He came here directly. The lies about, well, he got lost, you know, he was looking for India and all that nonsense and bull. No, he knew exactly where he was going. So during the New World Order, when you guys came here in 1492, you did all those nonsense. You brought the Inquisition, chattel slavery, Jim Crowism, the lynching, the drugs epidemic, the police shooting, brutality, all these laws and things that you did to us, and we are still alive. And now begin your rewards.
And, a lot of people show up, I think, not only because they love the community, but it's a good way to honor them.
That's what keeps Olson and many others going, knowing that whether federal aid shows up now or later, they have to keep digging up the rubble and rebuilding their hometown.
With everybody's help and support, I think we can actually come out of this looking pretty good.
No, oh, good Lord, no. You can't get out of this, sir. You can't get out of that thing to look good at all. You already look the way that you are. Of course, no deep in the fellow. But you can't. This is not a situation you come out, you look good. You already look bad. When you come out of this, that is, if you come out of this, sir, you're going to look worse. This is not something you're just gonna come out of this. It won't happen. No, sir. All right, let's keep on moving.
Pretty good.
Criswell was not able to give us an exact timeline on when a decision would be made on that disaster proclamation, but she said that it would be as quickly as possible. Stacy.
Bo, thank you so much. You know, a lot of people have seen this storm damage and they want to know how they can help. So, since the public is not allowed into Greenfield right now, you can drop off food and water. Go to the Iowa DOT facility.
Because they will loot the place. That's what they'll do.
East of Greenfield, that's on Highway 92. They will happily take your donations to help, or you can make a monetary donation. Just scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen.
No, thank you. Let us move to the next video, shall we? Let's see what's going on here. This is in Mexico, okay, and then Mexico. What? Let's go this way quickly. All right, this is Mexico.
A terrifying scene captured on video. A stage collapsing during a campaign rally in Nuevo León, Mexico, with thousands in attendance. This witness saying she saw the people closest to the stage get buried under its metallic beams. Emergency workers and attendees seen desperately trying to rescue victims and loved ones from the rubble. At least 9 people are dead, including a child. After a strong wind gust appeared to cause the collapse as chaos erupted.
Well, it was a tornado. That's what it was. It was like a barely EF1 just hit them.
The governor says at least 121 people were left injured. This man thanking God he was able to walk away with just a head and an arm injury. The campaign event, organized by the Movimiento Ciudadano Party, had various political figures in attendance, including presidential candidate Jorge Maynez. Maynez was on stage the moment of the collapse.
Now, this thing happened in Nuevo León, which means New Lion. And when you look at behind them, there is a bird like a phoenix with a snake in his mouth. You tell me what that means. I don't know.
Maynez was on stage the moment of the collapse. This video shows him looking up at the falling structure and quickly running to the back.
No, this dude bailed out. He left the woman thought he was going to protect her. So nah, the dude find out an exit, he bail out, man. Hey, F y'all, I'm out of here, man. Look at the dude. He noticed this thing.
This video shows him
and then dude like, get out of my way, man. He bail out.
Quickly running to the back.
Nah, quickly running, dude. That skip.
And going up at the falling structure and quickly running to the back.
Dude out of here.
Maynez had shared this video hours before, inviting supporters to attend. Yet earlier in the day, Mexico's National Meteorological Service sharing this forecast warning of a probability of the formation of whirlwinds and tornadoes in the region.
Lo sentimos mucho.
This morning, Mexican President López Obrador offering sympathies to families who lost loved ones, adding there will be an investigation.
Well, investigation in what? They will investigate what?
Tragedy occurring at the height of the campaign season ahead of the country's June 2nd presidential election.
As for the presidential candidate, Jorge Maynez, his campaign says they're going to be stopping all events as he focuses on helping the victims of this tragedy. Also, the leading presidential candidate in Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, has announced that she has canceled a large event that was set to take place today near the same area where this tragedy took place. Again, all of the focus right now being placed on helping the victims.
Wise counsel. Because you 83 are not gonna be in power anymore. How long we are into this? Whoa! All right, let's keep on moving. You guys are not gonna be in power anymore, okay? All right, let's see what do we have here. There we go. Oops. All right, this is hurricane season. Wait, hang on. This is 30 minutes. Let me see. We got a better one here. Boy. Oh boy, what is it? No, where is it? We have a better one here. There you go. That's the one. This one is good.
Rogers, who breaks down what NOAA's new forecast could mean for our team coverage tonight with Nicole Rogers, who breaks down what NOAA's new forecast could mean for us. She spoke with residents and businesses in Northport who are still recovering from Hurricane Ian. That was over a year and a half ago. Nicole.
It has been over a year and a half since Hurricane Ian battered Florida's west coast. Some businesses are still recovering. One Northport woman says she moved to Tennessee because of how hard Ian hit her family. To them, this new hurricane forecast is anything but good news. This was the view from Lori Hardesty's window as Hurricane Ian ripped through Northport.
For 5 days, we had to stay in our home. No electricity, no phone service, nothing. We couldn't do anything, get a hold of our family members to tell them that we were okay.
She tells 8 on Your Side she and her family had to drive north of Tampa just to get a hotel room to have access to electricity.
We were in shock. There were no street signs. There were RVs turned sideways. Trees completely uprooted, bridges that collapsed.
The whistling of the wind with a torrential downpour is a sound Floridians know all too well. This was the scene after Hurricane Ian hit Tarpon Point Grill and Marina on the Mayaca River. Brand new tiki huts washed away. And
now, with those people talking about Hurricane Ian and stuff, and when the damage happened, we will rebuild. We are strong. We are survivor. We have the strength. But when push comes to shove, they fold. I moved to Tennessee, man. I ain't gonna be here. It took you a year and a half. You're still recovering. You're still trying to recover. Talking about you're going to rebuild where? How? With what money? With what will? With what authorization? See, they never say those things when the thing happened to them. It's always after the facts they come out, oh man, we still haven't recovered, or he's still not doing too well, this still happened. You know what? I'm out of here.
And what was once a glass enclosed patio open to the elements.
A lot of water. You had to come down the hill to even get in the parking lot. And the sign was destroyed, of course, and that was the
Michael Loy.
Metal that was bent in half, basically.
And as this business
even get in the parking lot.
Let me leave this here for a moment. Mr. Michael Loy, do we have a beat? Yeah, Michael Loy. Is the Most High playing with you? You think this is a game? This is a game. You think the only one is playing? You think the only one is playing with you? Your priests, your pastors lie to you. Yeah, the mighty one is not playing. We ask you, bad boys, what you gonna do? Yeah. When the hurricane come for you, yeah, what you gonna do? Yeah, when the tornado come for you, yeah, bad boys, you think you got another second chance? Bad boys, you think the Most High going to rob you out of here? Bad boys, you think Cesar Bush are going to take you in the rapture? Bad boys, what you gonna do when the tornado hurricane come for you? Yeah, what you gonna do when the flood come for you? The Holy One is in the midst. We are not moving dismay. The Holy Spirit is here and she's not happy and she's very angry. Bad boys, and what you gonna do when the flood come for you? This is a prediction for hurricane season in Florida. Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Michael Lloyd, what you gonna do? With the money that you receive from FEMA, the money that you receive from the government, you think you can come in and rebuild? Just like those things are destroying right now, and what you going to do? Yeah. The prediction for this season hurricane is 17 to 25 storm. Yeah. 8 to 13 out of them are hurricane. Yeah. 4 to 7 are major hurricanes. Yeah. And what you going to do? We wanna know. Tell us. Yeah, bad boys. Hey, tell us what you're going to do when the tornado come for you. Yeah. Tell us what you're gonna do when the wildfire come for you. Yeah. Oh, what you gonna do when the tornado come for you? Yeah. Yeah, you must not read the scripture. The only one say they will be rebuilding. I will throw down. They will do these things, and I will break and shackle them. I will knock their teeth out of mouth. I will destroy them because of what they did to my people. You people asking, where is your God? You are asking our people, where is it? Now, our God is here, trying to save face, saying we are survivors, not victims. No, you are victim, not survivor. The Messiah, the Holy One, is in the midst of you. That is why those things is going on. Yeah, give the Messiah praise and glory. Bad boys, what you going to do when the Holy One sent the Holy Spirit upon you? Yeah. What you gonna do? Yeah. You act like the elite is controlling the weather. You act like China is doing this. You act like your government is doing that. Instead of giving the mighty one the credit and starting the mighty one the praise, you put those praises and credit and glory upon men, telling everybody the Bill Gates, the Jeff Bezos are doing this. This is all a lie. Yeah. The angels are in the midst. The demons are cleaving unto you, just like the curses cleave unto us. Now you lost the blessing, and you lost the sword, and you lost the beauty, and you lost the wealth, and you lost the money, and you lost the prestige, you lost the honor, you lost the glory. The Holy One is in the midst. He's turning his face towards his people. Yeah. That's why all those things is happening. Yeah, 1619, 2019, the 400 years is over. Let us take that from you. Yay, Genesis 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abraham, know for surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Yes, you did. 1619, 2019, the Inquisition, chattel slavery, Jim Crowism, lynching, the drug epidemic, the police brutality. Your laws are redlining, that's what you did. The destruction of Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and everywhere, uptown Miami, Greenfield, Florida. That's what you people did. You destroyed my country, Haiti. You destroy our people over there in Africa, all over the world. You destroy all the 4 quarters of the earth. Now the mighty one say, Genesis 15 verse 14, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. Yeah, the mighty one is in the midst of you now. Yeah, the mighty one is in the midst putting that judgment upon you. Yeah, punishment is in the midst of 83. Right now, I want to church place, man. I would not switch anywhere. I won't do anything. I'm staying where I'm at. Yeah, you were asking, where is our God? Yeah, bad boys. Now is he here? The Most High is in the midst. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the mighty one come for you? What you gonna do when the Holy One is in the midst of you? You can't do nothing. You can take your gun and shoot the tornado. You cannot take your missile and shoot the hurricane. Yeah. Great glory, great glory, great praise, grand rising. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is that thing recording? Did it record? I don't know about this because, I mean, to me, it did. I can hear myself very well and very clear, but only when this thing hair out. And Aldo, what an embarrassment if it did not record like multiple times. Now let's listen to those buck two scumbag monsters talking about that we all survivor, not victim. Yeah. Whatever you say, son. All right then.
Yeah, we have one couple, Sarah and Ryan Wilden. They were inside of their home when the tornado struck. In fact, they were forced to take shelter with their family in the basement. Unfortunately, their home, it was lost in the destruction. And what you're seeing is what's left of this home in the photos here. Obviously, an unimaginable experience to live through.
Yeah, this is just so heartbreaking. We want to bring in Ryan and Sarah joining us now from Greenfield to share their story. Thanks so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. Give us a quick update. Right now, let me just start off and ask, how are you guys doing?
Still pretty shaken up. We had another round of severe weather last night that had us on edge. We lost our power at the place that we're staying at right now. We had sustained high winds there, and there were reports of blown down trees, so it was kind of reliving what we just went through. We haven't really had time to process everything yet, so
I feel like
just kind of working to clean up the mess.
I can still hear it in your voice, and I'm just so sorry. All of us here at Fox Weather, we all forecast these storms, but then when we're able to speak to the survivors of these very violent storms, our hearts do go out to you and the process ahead. You mentioned the storms coming through this morning. We had a wind gust clocked at 75 miles per hour. That is incredibly strong. Reliving
again, beloved,
when you and knowing the storms are coming.
When you are listening to those people, you're listening to the words 75 miles an hour, 4 people no more, 40 hurt, and 144 receiving treatment, and it's all over, and when you're watching this, it's all over. And then again, beloved, don't let these faces, don't let those people somewhat pseudo bravado give you the wrong idea that they are not afraid or they don't know why this thing is happening. They know very damn well the so-called Bill Gates and the other scumbags do not have the power to do this. They know very damn well that it's the power of the Holy One, because we are praying, fasting. Yes, today is day 9, grueling. Day 9 fast. Keep it up, beloved. Keep it up. Okay, the reward is greater than the pain. Let's keep on moving.
In. Have you ever been through anything like what you experienced in moving forward? Has this shifted your approach to storms forever?
It's definitely shifted my perspective on Mother Nature. It's an experience I pray to never go through again.
Boy, and those are words to live by for sure. I'm curious, Ryan, I understand that you guys have several kids, and when all of this was happening to you just a few days ago with that EF4 tornado that moved through, what were you telling your kids? How do you keep them calm when a giant tornado like this is moving through?
My husband actually spent a lot of time on the basement And so it's very comfortable and nice down there. So we just had them watching TV and watching their tablets. And, you know, when our power went out, we knew the tornado was coming. And you just try and stay as calm as possible so your kids don't feel the fear. And we just kind of threw ourselves on top of them and braced ourselves.
I was going to say, I have 3 little ones at home too, and I was just about to say, when you're a parent, your job is to be that rock and that steady wind for them, right? And trying to do that in a terrifying situation, I imagine it, and I don't even know if I could live up to it as well as you did. Where you are right now, you're in front of your home. Are you able to show us a little bit of what's behind you and what's left of your home?
So we're standing right now in what used to be a garage, but it's no more.
What a choice of word. So look at this. I mean, when you look at things like that, how you gonna look at this beautiful car right there? You know, costs a lot of money. Got this neighborhood. Okay, again, this thing is pinpoint. It's just target. It's just hopscotch, curve, turn, wrap around, and destroy specific people's homes. Okay? The tornadoes are sentient. They are alive. They know what to do.
That's some of the debris that we picked
look,
up.
this car is flattened, man.
And this is just behind our house. Our neighbor's roof is completely gone. The structures that were here are completely gone. Crews working to get power restored and just the cleanup process.
Wow. Sir, we're looking at these images with, you and Orion, and it is unbelievable to see. Sometimes, though, if there's any silver lining, at times it's moments like this.
Well, there are no silver linings.
Neighbors, friends, family come together. Have you seen, do you feel that rally of support at this point?
Amen. Yes. Our community has come together in ways we've never expected. We have so much support from community members, friends, family. There were neighbors that were not affected by this, driving around, passing out water. This is my front yard.
Oh, wow.
But passing out water, passing out food, we had the Red Cross coming, passing out cleaning kits. I mean, we had churches from Tennessee donating food kits. We've had churches from Florida. The bakery in the next town over, Winterset, the Bakery Unlimited, donated a bunch of donuts to feed people working out here, and just everybody, people that we never even knew, have come to rally for us.
Okay, this is what they're trying to prove here. They try to prove a strong sense of peoplehood, like Dr. Claude Anderson taught us. They try to prove that no matter what, we always pull, no matter what, we always do this, no matter what, we always come strong. We don't need to know each other, and we come together. That's a bunch of garbage and lies and emotional melodrama. That has nothing to do anything with the curse. No matter what those people do, whether they come together and they don't. The reason why they do that is because when we rebuild, we come together. And then when they show Katrina, our people can say, we can't rebuild. We don't have any money. I'm moving to New York. I'm moving to LA. I'm moving to another state because there's nothing we can do. That's like this. They saw this as an act of cowardness. They saw this as an act like, oh, well, that's you're not strong. You guys don't have a strong sense of community. Of course, we don't, because you destroy our communities during the integration era. That's what you did. Probably the best and worst thing that happened to us was integration. With integration, we lost everything, and we gained some knowledge. We see how you truly live. We see how backwarded and demonic that you truly are. They're trying to portray this strong sense of people. But anyway, we got enough of this garbage. Let's keep on moving, all right? How long we are into this thing? Let me see first. 1 hour and 14 minutes. Let's keep on moving then. Oh, that's the police over there. All right then. There we go. So, this is in Florida. As you already know, as you may know, Florida is well known to do this. Florida priest accused of biting a woman during communion. Oh boy.
This is body camera video of St. Cloud police officers responding to an incident at the St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Church where a woman claims the priest bit her arm. You can see cell phone video of the incident taken by another member of the church. According to the redacted police report, this all happened during Mass when the priest or minister that was conducting the communion refused to give her the communion bread because she did not do the prior steps necessary to be given the communion bread.
Oh,
when
boy.
she explained she did do the steps, the report says the priest became upset and tried to ram the, quote, cookie in her mouth. When she reached to grab another one, he allegedly grabbed her arm and bit it, leaving a bite mark. In an interview with the priest, he tells officers the woman attacked him first.
She pushed me and grabbed, and I have the bowl with the holy host for us is sacred, and she grabbed all the host in the hands because she wants to receive from herself. It's not permitted, and she break all the host, spread in the.
Eucharist.
Here's the definition of Eucharist: the Christian service, ceremony, or sacrament commemorating the Last Supper, in which bread and wine are consecrated and consumed.
Oh boy. I don't know why you people keep swagger jacking on stuff, and where you people get the idea that a man like him should administer the holy Eucharist unto you. See, this is not what that is. The Eucharist, it's not something that you got the bread and the wine. That's not what that is. You practice Eucharisty every day. You just don't know it. See, every day when you're eating, that's the mystery of the Eucharisty. You have to fill your food with a wish. As if you're praying, you supercharge the food with a wish such as health or success, and you eat it peacefully, quietly. This is the mystery of the Eucharisty. And when they say, oh well, eat this, for this is my blood, and drink this, for eat this, this is my flesh, and eat this is my blood, that has nothing to do with the actual blood and flesh. Anyway, I don't have time for this. This is an initiation techniques. That's what it is, okay? The mystery of the Eucharist is to supercharge your food and eat it. Whatever garbage those guys are doing, they swagger jacket from our people, from the priests, the druids, and they don't know what to do. This thing is not consecrated. For instance, the word sacrament here, for those of you intra-templum and gravis, you know what that is, okay? And the sacrament, that's not what it is over here. But anyway, let's keep on moving.
Before spreading in the floor,
He admits to then biting her arm after he says she wouldn't let go of the communion tray. The priest hasn't been arrested, but the victim says she plans on prosecuting. The St. Cloud Police Department has turned things over to the state attorney's office for review. In Osceola County, Megan Mulatto, WESH 2 News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top.
We are going to start with this breaking news, though. A developing story this morning. More than 100 people are believed to have died in Papua New Guinea after a massive landslide. The incident occurred in a remote village in the northern region of the country. A villager who spoke with Reuters said more than 50 homes were buried by a landslide, with many people still asleep inside. So for more on all of this, let's bring in Phil Mercer. Phil, you're with our partners at the BBC. We spoke a little bit earlier, and, you know, the video, I mean, it doesn't even look like there was anything there beforehand. What can you tell us about this mudslide? What have we learned so far?
Well, some of the pictures that we've seen show that the rocks that have laid waste these homes in Enga province in Papua New Guinea, some of the rocks as big as cars. So clearly they have been shorn off a mountainside, we understand. And what made this so bad for the people in that part of Papua New Guinea is that this landslide occurred about 3 a.m. in the morning local time. So people would have been asleep. We've heard from the Papua New Guinea Prime Minister James Marape, who says that the emergency response is well underway, but we simply don't know how many people are caught up in this. There are reports here in Australia that hundreds of people potentially could be trapped or have been killed, but at the moment, Papua New Guinea authorities are racing to establish exactly how bad it is. We have heard from Australia's Foreign Minister Penny Wong, and she said that the loss of life and the destruction in that part of Papua New Guinea was absolutely devastating.
So what about this search and rescue operation? This looks like a pretty remote area. You know, how is that going? And usually when there's slides like this, roads are blocked off, so it's hard to get to, but it's also hard for other people to get out.
Absolutely right. In both instances, hard for aid and recovery and rescue efforts to get in, and very difficult for people who need to leave because they have nowhere to go, nowhere to live, to escape. And you have to remember that in terms of geography, Papua New Guinea lies to the north of Australia. It occupies the eastern half of the island of New Guinea. It's home to about 10 million people, mostly Melanesian. And this is a country that has experienced earthquakes. It is prone to landslides, and that's due to seismic activity and also intense rainfall that Papua New Guinea often receives. So we don't know what caused this landslide, but we understand that part of a mountain gave way, sending all of the debris we can see now onto many, many homes. So, and there are reports here in Australia that up to 6 villages may have been affected. So certainly Papua New Guinea's central government is sending.
Whenever something happens in any country that people that look like us, and they'll send those dudes, they like always make it seems like, oh man, this is a country that suffer like from earthquake and everything. They are poor, they are stupid and things like that. And when it happened over there here, you know, in the United States, people don't say, well, this is a country that suffer from mass shooting, fentanyl, you know, shrink, rape, murder, suicide, 988, but yet now we got the tornado. Those people are going through hell. Pray for them. You don't say things like that, but whatever, dog. Let's keep on moving. I think we have that already.
Live from Newark Airport for us. Trevor, what do the lines and crowds look like right now?
So it's been about as smooth as you could hope for given these crazy crowds, Diane. We've seen at times the line to get through the TSA security here at Newark get up to about 30 minutes or so, but they're doing their part to make sure that they can move everything through. The TSA had told us that they were fully staffed, ready to go. The FAA called this an all-hands-on-deck situation through the weekend for their 45,000 employees. And so far, outside of the severe weather causing the ground stops yesterday, it's been relatively snag-free beyond the fact that you're going to have some waits with the crowds. In fact, we did just learn that these crowds are almost unprecedented, Diane. Yesterday, the TSA says that nearly 2.9 million people passed through their checkpoints. That makes it the second busiest day in the history of TSA screening. That's the good news, is yesterday was expected to be the busiest day. We probably won't get quite as high today, tomorrow, all the way through to Monday, but still going to be a lot of crowds that are working their way through.
And what about the flights themselves, Trevor? How are cancellations and delays looking?
Actually, it's been very good. So yesterday there were about 300, I think 314 was the total number of cancellations at airports across the country, which is actually really impressive given the amount of people that were traveling. The fact that we had the ground stops at all those New York area airports. In fact, well over 50,000 flights ended up taking off yesterday, which is a really high number, and there's 50,000 more that are set to take off today. So you're talking about more than 100,000 flights in a 2-day stretch. A whole lot of people, a lot of airlines that have increased their routes, increased the size of their planes. They want to make sure that they could fit in as many people as possible. There's always going to be some kinds of hiccups, some kinds of changes in plans. Some people are going to be stranded, but in total, when you're talking...
All right, let's give these garbage things. There was something that happened, and there you go. This one right here. Wow.
Of air turbulence. This is exactly the kind of thing we were afraid of. Take a look at the flight path right now, because this was a Singapore Airlines flight from London to Singapore, and we're told that just about an hour and a half before landing, right over the Andaman Sea, the Boeing 777 hit severe turbulence, again killing at least one person, injuring many others. There were 221 passengers on board, 18 crew members. Singapore Airlines saying in a statement, it offers its deepest condolences to the family of the deceased. Our priority is to provide all possible assistance to all passengers and crew on board the aircraft. We are working with the local authorities in Thailand to provide the necessary medical assistance. Now, it's important to remember here, we still don't know exactly what happened here, but with so many people traveling this week for the holiday, we've got to remember that even in clear weather, turbulence can hit, so keep that seatbelt on, even if you think it's going to be a smooth ride.
So with the whole garbage that people were talking about you know, the FAA and all that nonsense, and give you the point of view and all this stuff, we told them, listen, flying is a privilege. You are not flying because you can't make the plane fly. You are not flying because, oh, you're so smart, or aerodynamics law. That's not what that is. You only fly because of the blessing. Once the blessing is gone, you won't be able to fly here. You won't be able to fly out of here. Your plane, they won't work. Your boats, they won't work. You won't be able to come here to do any of that. So flying is a privilege. When this thing go down, your airplane won't work. Okay, just like when our blessing went down, all our technologies turned off. All the quantum computers turned off. All the super UFO things that we have, chariot things, we cannot operate them, and you can't either. Okay, that was a part of our blessing, but when our blessing turned back on, we'll be able to operate these things. Great glory. Let's keep on moving. Wait, how long we are? I do not have that much. Ooh, we got like 4 more minutes. So let's keep on moving right here. All right, let's throw a little garbage in there.
This morning, Elvis Presley's Graceland mansion is at the center of a court fight. It's a hugely popular tourist attraction, and it appears to be headed for a foreclosure auction later this week. But Elvis's granddaughter, actor Riley Keough, is fighting back with a lawsuit claiming fraud. Omar Villafranca traveled to Memphis for more.
With his fame skyrocketing, Elvis Presley bought Graceland in 1957. It became his final resting place. But now, the Memphis mansion could be up for sale. According to an apparent foreclosure notice, the estate was set to be auctioned off at the Shelby County Courthouse in Memphis on Thursday. Allegedly because Elvis's daughter, Lisa Marie Presley, used Graceland as collateral to secure a $3.8 million loan from a company called Nosany Investments and Private Lending in 2018.
We'll show you those people are terrible at managing money. You know, $3.8 million loan. How are you going to pay that? And what the hell you got yourself into that you need $2.8 million loan? Like, why? And you're the daughter of Elvis Presley. His catalog, let's see how much his catalog. I think Michael Jackson owned his catalog, but how much Elvis Presley catalog is worth?
According to Parade, in 1973, Presley sold the royalties to more than 1,000 songs in his catalog for $5.4 million, worth $35.5 million today.
So, you know, LA Time noted that he made a cool $215 royalty for each album release. However, Presley has opened his wallet freely. But anyway, $35 million catalog, and I get it. Okay, wait, hang on. Who owns Elvis Presley catalog now?
Authentic Brands Group, according to Universal Music Group, Santa Monica and New York, April 12, 2022. Universal Music Publishing Group, a leading global music publisher, and Authentic Brands Group, a global brand owner, marketing and entertainment company and owner of Elvis Presley Enterprises, today announced an exclusive global publishing deal to represent the historic song.
All right, well, anyway, you got all this money, you broke, and this nonsense.
And failed to pay it off before she died last year. But her daughter says that isn't true. You might recognize Riley Keough from her star turn in last year's hit show, Daisy Jones and the Six. She's also Elvis's granddaughter and the heir to his estate. In a lawsuit, Keogh claims Nosany Investments appears to be a false entity created for the purpose of defrauding her family, adding that her mother, Lisa Marie, never borrowed money from the company or gave them a deed of trust to Graceland, and further alleging that documents claiming otherwise are forgeries.
Yes.
The lawsuit includes a sworn affidavit from the notary public whose name appears on the deed of trust, saying in part, "I did not notarize this document." A judge will consider those allegations in a hearing Wednesday, after an attorney for Keogh says a temporary restraining order was granted on Monday, according to WREG, our CBS affiliate in Memphis.
You want to keep the status quo and make sure nothing changes, make sure nobody is harmed. And the biggest harm would come from an illegitimate sale of Graceland.
Elvis Presley Enterprises manages Graceland, and they said any claims of foreclosure are fraudulent. But check this out. Even Elvis's ex-wife, Priscilla Presley, went on social media, put a picture of Graceland up and said,
"Oh, boy. It's moving on, man. People really hit rock bottom. Elvis himself was a freaking fraud. He was a massive swagger jacker, so yeah, whatever. Let's look at Brazil here.
It looks like a tornado hit this neighborhood in Cruzeiro do Sul, a small town in southern Brazil, not far from the Argentinian border. It floods caused this devastation, sweeping away houses, buildings, and signs of life in a matter of days.
Isso aí é uma cidade. Era uma cidade do Passo.
This was like a city. It had asphalt, houses, clinics, a butcher shop, a market. It was like a city. Now it is completely devastated. All is gone.
The destruction is similar in other towns in this region after floodwaters rushed through this month, killing more than 150 people and forcing more than 500,000 Brazilians from their homes. Some areas received up to 10 times the normal amount of rain. Elisete Petri came to see what was left of the home she lived in for more than 40 years. The retired teacher found her roof in the backyard and the front door lodged in a tree more than 100 meters away.
Às vezes até pode ser uma covardia a gente não querer ver isso.
Maybe I'm a coward because I don't want to see it, but it's a very complicated moment. It's very sad. Our history is here. It's like my daughter said. We live so many good moments here.
She lives in Arroio do Meio, a small town that remained isolated for many days after the floods. That's because the main bridge connecting the town to larger cities in the region was also destroyed. Scientists attribute this unprecedented devastation to a confluence of weather conditions linked to climate change. The Brazilian government says many areas cannot be rebuilt due to increased risk of extreme weather events. Egon and Edith Paller say they decided to leave even before an official decision was made. Their home is one of the few left, but everything else is gone.
It's very hard. We lived here all our lives. I worked in a tannery here for 45 years. I feel it, but what we are going to do, it's hard. It's hard to make the right choice.
The destruction is vast and widespread. Residents here seem to be aware it will be years before life returns to normal, if ever does. Ian Boechat, VOA News, Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil.
It won't. The Almighty One is kicking you people off the land. It's being swept off worldwide. That's what it is. All right, 133. Oh boy. Okay, this is the book. You can go ahead and pre-order the Kindle version. The link is in the description. The physical copy will come out June the 25th, 2024. It's gonna cost $65 or $65. It's over 400 pages. Please get your money ready. ready, so you can go ahead and get this. Okay, that is the book right here. Let's keep on moving.
An incredible story of a storm survivor. This is amazing. One Temple man was driving his truck along West Adams when the storm flipped it through the air.
His truck landed in front of a bank and he was able to escape. 6 News reporter Sydney Deshawn is live off West Adams where it all happened. Sydney, tell us.
Yeah, guys, I'm right off West Adams and Temple. It's one of the places where we have seen the most severe damage. Now, behind me here is actually a truck that's completely turned upside down. This truck belongs to Ryan Lemur. He was inside of his vehicle when the tornado hit, and he was somehow able to make it out alive.
My car skipped between this gap right here and came or potentially over the cars. My truck got picked up by the tornado.
Ryan Lemur is a 27-year-old father in Temple whose life was almost cut short.
I was coming down Adams and I started to see those black clouds rolling in.
He turned around and started seeing power lines explode.
It was like big flashes of white. I thought it was lightning, and then I saw one explode in front of me and realized that's what I was seeing that whole time.
Within seconds.
Next thing I knew, I guess I was in the air.
Lemur believes it's likely he flew over multiple lanes.
That's why I'm pretty sure I got picked up and carried, because I was rolling and I think I hit the ground and got picked back up and hit the ground and got picked back up.
His truck and him later landing in this parking lot.
Hit the ground, kind of got my way out of my seat and laid there for a second, you know, collected myself, and then I saw a light come on like in my peripheral. I was just like, I'm dead. Like I was thinking about my son and I was like, I'm dead. Like that's it.
All he could think of was running. He did anything to survive.
So I freaked out and pulled myself through the back windshield, was able to crawl out of there, and it was pretty tight squeeze. Once I made it out, I just rolled out from right here and ran into the bank right there. It's crazy that I was even able to get in there, because, you know, everything down this way was closed and locked up. Everything down this way was closed and locked up. If it wasn't for that bank interest getting ripped off, I'd have been stuck out in it.
He's just grateful to be alive today, but more importantly, that his son wasn't with him.
You know, I was supposed to pick him up yesterday. His car seat's over here in the wreckage somewhere. That's the first thing I saw when everything calmed down. I looked over there and seen his car seat about 20 feet from the truck, and I was just, you know, grateful. Like I said, grateful to be alive.
Again, Lemur is okay. He has a few scratches. And
Seems those people are going through a lot of trouble lately.
Channel 2 Action News has learned that a former Atlanta police officer accused of murdering his Lyft driver spent some time in handcuffs last year. Channel 2's Michael Seiden is live outside the Fulton County Jail with the trouble the officer got into before this latest murder arrest.
And Karen, this former APD officer waived his first appearance today. That's pretty common.
Michael Seiden.
A suspect is facing a murder charge. It's pretty rare for them to get a bond. In the meantime, though, as you mentioned, he's got a criminal history. We learned a little bit more about that when we got the report earlier today. He's the former Atlanta police officer accused of murdering a Lyft driver. On Wednesday, Kobe Minor told Union City Police that he shot and killed 35-year-old Reggie Folks because he thought Folks was a member of a gay fraternity and was trying to recruit him and kidnap him. But Folks' friends call those claims complete nonsense. In fact, they told us that he was a professional wrestler who was driving Lyft so he could earn some extra money.
He was such a genuinely good dude. He just didn't deserve to go out this way.
It's a ball energy. He lit up the room every time he came in. Just an awesome person, man. He just starting to break out.
Minor's arrest for murder comes nearly 5 months after Milton police arrested him on drug charges. This is a copy of his mugshot from Christmas Eve 2023. According to an incident report, Milton police responded to a single vehicle crash where they found Minor conscious and breathing but confused about where he was. Officers also reported that when he stepped out of his wrecked car, he stumbled a few times and struggled to maintain his balance. When officers searched his vehicle, police discovered 20 Xanax pills that were not in their original container. Police charged Minor with possession of a controlled substance and added that they believed he was impaired at the time of the crash. So also in that report, they say that When Miner got out of that vehicle from that crash, another citation fell out. The officer apparently asked him where that came from, and that's when Miner told him, according to that report, that he had just been in another accident less than an hour before that. Now, of course, he was placed on unpaid administrative leave until he submitted.
So what happened here? You got this gentleman, you know, he called a Lyft, and this guy coming and picked him up. And he thought the guy was some kind of cowboy fraternity that came in to kidnap him, and he killed him. And this could be some kind of trauma that this dude have. They do have those cowboy fraternity, and they do have the cowboy mafia, especially over there in Atlanta. And we don't know what happened here, but this is sad. You know, this man lost his life, you know, for nothing. You know, he was just doing a job, and somebody got paranoid and killed the fellow. So, you know, he was a wrestler trying to make it out, learn a few extra dollars, and doing Lyft. And that's it. In 2008, let me see. Backyard wrestling, 2008. Okay. Backyard wrestling. Was it 2000? Was it like 2004? Was it 2007? No, backyard wrestling, 2008 YouTube video. No, that was like, yeah, that's back then, yo, this thing was real, son. Like, people get hurt. Like, the document, that was one of my favorite thing, man. You know, backyard wrestling. People die doing these things, man. And guys will set up some form of backyard wrestling thing, and then dudes will go ahead and fight. YouTube was fun back then. Oops. Oh boy, that's the phone call that I'm waiting for. Let's think of something.
Hello?
To track severe storm damage happening across the country as overnight heavy rains, large hail, and at least one tornado swept through parts of Texas.
Yeah, wind and rain whipped inside the Temple Mall after blowing part of the roof off. Strong winds, heavy rain, and hail also hit parts of Arkansas and Oklahoma. Meanwhile, new drone video shows the extent of the devastation after a deadly tornado tore through Greenfield, Iowa on Tuesday, one of more than a dozen that reportedly hit the state.
That the whole house was going to come down on us. That's how bad it sounded.
Luckily, the house did not come down on 19-year-old Keely Pickrell, and who tells CBS News she and her 17-year-old sister hid in the basement with their dogs while that twister barreled through their neighborhood. Iowa state officials say at least 4 people were killed in Tuesday's storm. At least 35 were injured. Cleanup efforts are underway again this morning.
Yeah, terrible. Those communities just unrecognizable.
Breaking update about 10-year-old Asher Sullivan, who was swept away into a storm drain a week and a half ago. After days of fighting for his life, Asher died yesterday afternoon. Brianna Hamlin joins us now from the 5 Alert desk with more. And Brianna, we know the family was facing a really tough decision, but Asher's father says that Asher actually made that for them.
That's right, Jennifer. Dr. Jimmy Sullivan says he and his wife over the last couple of days have been talking to doctors about a decision no parent wants to make after being told that their son's brain function wouldn't recover. But yesterday, when Asher's parents left the room for a moment, Asher passed. Dr. Sullivan says this was Asher doing what he always has done, putting others first. While they were away meeting with neurologists about the latest MRI, Asher's vitals crashed. Dr. Sullivan, who is the director of schools for Rutherford County, says his family is brokenhearted, mad, and every other emotion at the same time. Asher remains on life support at Vanderbilt to be an organ donor. Dr. Sullivan says it is 100% an Asher thing to to do and continuing to be selfless. Dr. Sullivan shared that Asher lived more of a life in 10 years than most do in a lifetime. He has traveled to all 50 states and several countries, played every sport, and was kind and gentle to everyone. He asks that people give his family privacy as they mourn. They will have a private funeral ceremony with only immediate family and closest friends. There won't be a visitation. He asks to keep his family in your prayers. An honor walk will happen at Vanderbilt soon so that Asher can be celebrated as a hero, saving others' lives as an organ donor. Jennifer.
Did Americans try to pull a coup in the Democratic Republic of Congo? So claims the army in the Democratic Republic of Congo. It points at the dark events that unfolded on Sunday in the capital, Kinshasa. Gunfire began in the early hours of the morning. We are talking as early as 4 a.m. Shots were heard near the Palais de la Nation. This is the official residence of the president. Felix Tshisekedi is the man in office. He was re-elected for a second term in December. Reports say armed men attacked the palace. The French ambassador to the country reported automatic weapon fire in the area of the presidential palace. Videos started circulating on social media. Some showed men in military uniform brandishing flags of Zaire. There was another attack at the home of an MP named Vital Kamerhe. This is the man who is tipped to become the speaker. The Japanese ambassador to the Democratic Republic of Congo, Michel Moto Mohima, said that 2 guards and an attacker were killed in the incident. A shell was then fired from Kinshasa. It went on to hit the city of Brazzaville in the Republic of Congo. Several people were injured. One of them had to be hospitalized. Things were escalating quickly. The spokesperson of the president's office said, and I'm quoting here, an attempted coup d'etat has been stopped by the defense and security forces.
The defense and security forces are in full control of the situation. We'll come back to this in great detail with pictures to back it up.
And what do we know about the operation? 1, it was a well laid out plan with multiple.
That's what the U.S. does. They just destabilize countries. They did coups. They destroy government. And then they place the puppet government there. They steal resources. That's how they keep the blessing. That's how they keep going. And you don't hear this thing going all over the media. You don't hear anybody saying like that because they try to keep it down. Of course, I am a huge fan of the DR and the Congo because of the forest they have over there, but with the French they refer to as the jungle. See, when you go to YouTube, the jungle of the Congo. See, when you go to the Congo, for instance, let's take the Congo River, all right?
The Congo River explained in under 3 minutes. Chapter 1. The Congo River in numbers. With 4,700 kilometers or 2,900 miles from the mountains of the East African Rift System to the Atlantic Ocean, the Congo River is the second longest river in Africa, falling just short to the River Nile. Being the second place is a recurring feature of the river when comparing it in many other categories such as the drainage basin area, the volume flow, and the size of the surrounding rainforest, where the Congo River is the second largest in all categories, just behind the Amazon River. One aspect where the Congo River does stand out though is the depth of the riverbed. For the majority of its course, the river is a pretty wide stream, spanning many kilometers between its banks. After passing its widest section at the Malebo Pool, however, the river flows between a rigid gorge where its only way to expand is downwards. The 41,000.
So the Congo, let me see. The thickness, okay? The thickness of the forest, okay? Let's see if we can get this. All right, the thickness of the forest is just like the Amazon, but much more dense. Okay, there are so many things in the Congo, they don't know what's in there. Okay, if you pull a map of there are so much structures in there, unknown alien structures. They don't know what to do with them. That's why they never promote the Congo. Congo. There we go. That's why they never promoted Congo. See, this look at the river. I mean, look at the forest. Okay, all these green things is just super thick and dark, and there's no picture in there. There's nothing you can't really see things in there. Okay, this is how thick and dark this thing is. Okay, boy, here guys should have some picture, Pukulu, but none of them has. See, it's so dark and thick. All right, so green, it's lush and thick. There are so many things. Of course, those things they are. You can see them if you have your own satellite, but yeah, they cover them, and then they really don't want people to know exactly what's in the Congo. That's why anytime you're hearing people saying back to Africa, but they never say anything about the Congo, there's a reason why King Leopold II in the Congo. Okay, there's a reason why King Leopold, went in the Congo and did this. Okay, cut off the people's arm, cut off their hands. All right, that's why King Leopold did. Okay, just cut off their hands, cut off their feet, treat them like animals. See, when you see things like that, those are especially our people. This is what King Leopold did. Okay, enslave them, all right, and do this. And the so-called African over there who know who the Congolese are, okay, the Hamites, the true Hamites, they know who the Congolese is. See, this is a true Hamite and get the Congolese, okay? So one of the main reasons why you never heard them saying anything about the Congo or Zaire or telling our people to go back to the Congo, it's because they really don't want you to connect to those people. I mean, look at those people. They are destitute. Okay? So, they are destroyed. Those are the men with chain around their neck. They went to Jacob's trouble. Okay? They went to Jacob's trouble. All right? Where King Leopold cut them off and killed millions of them. All right? There's a reason why they don't want you to go to the Congo. And the reason why he cut their hands off, it's not like because he wanted to. Because they didn't want to talk. They don't want to speak. They don't want to reveal information to them. When he asked them, hey, where this place is at, how to get there, and they didn't want to tell him. So they were cutting, hands and killing people and stuff like that. They brought Jacob's trouble really bad to our people. Okay? All right? So our women, just put them like that and tied up their neck to this thing and twisted this thing until this thing choked them to death and they die. That's what King Leopold did. The second. And his great-great-granddaughter just got killed in Miami doing the boat accident. And that's what they did to our people, man. Okay, so, and they will get Hamites, and then they will cut off the hands of our brethren. And they will eat their meat. They'll cut them off and eat them. That's what happened to the Congo. All right, that's what you guys did. This is a dude holding a hand right there. This is Esau when he wasn't in his blessing. He will go out there and destroy our people because it was Jacob's trouble. Okay, he will go ahead and cut them off, twist their fingers, and burn them alive, and infecting them with diseases. And then you people, after you've done all those things, guess what? You're going to be raptured and go to heaven and not, doing any, serving any punishment. What? Ben Affleck to direct historical Congo plunder, tell King Leopold. All right, Ben Affleck. Let's see. Let's see how you're going to do it. You know, King Leopold. That's what he did. So his descendant, his people, they are still there. That's why they don't want you to have any connection with the Congo. They always call it the Congo jungle to make it look like it's like savage, but it's a forest. But anyway, that's what happened. Congo is super rich. There's advanced civilization. Of course, it is said that one of the Wakanda is over there. Okay, there's a Wakanda in Haiti called Vilocon, the greater Wakanda, and then the lesser Wakanda is somewhere in the Congo. That's what the sources say. Okay, so let's keep on moving.
To restore power in southeast Wisconsin. Let's go ahead and pull up those latest numbers again from We Energies. Most of the outages that we're seeing tonight, you have them listed here on your screen. Dodge, Jefferson, Waukesha, Racine counties. We Energies right now asking for patience as crews work to get the power turned back on.
The biggest issue we see with strong winds like that is trees falling into our equipment, knocking down power lines, and that can be really time consuming to clean up, if we have to, replace poles and string that wire.
We Energy says if your power does go out, contact them immediately. Do not assume that your neighbor has already reported the damage.
Before the storms moved into Wisconsin, they hit Iowa. More than a dozen counties there have disaster emergencies following multiple tornadoes. Video shows the storms in Red Oak, some 50 miles southeast of Omaha, Nebraska. We have more video now from Greenfield, about 60 miles southwest of Des Moines. Homes there demolished. You can see.
Again, this is in Wisconsin, brethren. Okay, they have some storming things. It's all over.
See debris scattered. At least one death has been confirmed because of the storms. And take a look at this, those severe storms cutting a wind turbine in half. Turbines also catching fire. Well, now is a good time to download the WISN12 app. There you can track all weather conditions. It is a free download. You can also customize alerts for your area. And we do want to pass along a programming note. Tonight's severe weather cut off episodes of The Good Doctor and The Rookie. WISN12 will re-air those episodes late Wednesday evening, early Thursday morning. The Good Doctor at 12:05 in the morning. The Rookie at 1:05.
Oh, what the hell is that? No, I don't want this schedule. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Late Sunday morning. Troopers also say late Sunday morning in Homer, a cow moose attacked two men, killing one of them. Troopers say they responded a little before noon. Medical crews were called and later pronounced the man dead at the scene. Troopers say the moose left the scene by the time authorities arrived. The two men involved are reportedly not related. Troopers had no additional information, but that investigation also continued.
Wild beasts will be their grave.
Several areas in UK.
This is in the UK, brethren, okay? All right.
May 7th, 2024.
Well, they're still on the cars. People are going the wrong way up this road.
A motorway was closed after flash flooding on Bank Holiday Monday. National Highways said the M606 had been closed in both directions at Junction 3, the Staygate roundabout, in Bradford. Rail services were also affected, with the line between Bradford and Halifax blocked. The Met Office had issued a weather warning for thunderstorms and heavy downpours. Flooding began to affect the motorway at about 1640 British summertime, according to traffic information provider INRIX. It was closed in both directions with congestion back to Junction 2 at the Euroway trading estate.
So anyway, let's keep on moving.
Adair County will check out the damage left behind, and at 9:15 we'll break down just what goes into rating.
Oh, we watched this before. We watched this.
Right now. Instead, earlier this evening, as the venue was open to customers and he was preparing for that concert, police say one employee stabbed another. By the time police got there, witnesses say an employee was unconscious and bleeding on the floor.
Oof.
Before a beautiful weeknight of live music and charity gatherings on the patio could even get rolling in the West Loop.
Getting multiple calls of a person stabbed 1200 West Randolph at City Winery.
Fire officials and police say a dispute between two men inside escalated when one stabbed the other repeatedly in the back and chest.
Oh.
Second call says that employee stabbed another employee and the offender is still on scene. CPR.
Well, that's what happened. He sees Esau's trouble. Thank you, beloved, for joining us. You can, of course, get the book. You can pre-order it. It will be available on June the 25th. And, of course, there is a music video that is linked to our live with our sister Kayla and brother Eliezer and Yeshua Music. Please check it out. It's beautiful. It's magnificent. The sister has been doing a lot of work with the brother. The brothers are working. Thank you for joining us. Please go to the channel and check the music video. Shalom.